Okay.
Alrighty. Well, we casting out.
Good old Seamus is on.
well.
Are you looking it up?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm looking up snowfall for Seattle.
Alright.
I like to drive.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Matt. It's always good to have someone from Ireland every once in a while.
I just saw Buffalo.
Maybe I'll see us
there.
all again now.
Yep.
Maybe. All right.
Maybe.
In their tongue, he is Dothraki.
Dragonborn.
Next person.
Cat's meow.
If I do like one
Running
more person, then I'll be a 2-hour creature talk. The first full creature talk. Well, I shouldn't say anything yet.
I'm running an ad, Z.
Oh.
How dare you? I'm watching another kitty cat commercial here.
I'm watching the Frontline or Advanix, K9 Advanix commercial.
I hope I didn't step on that cast out. See, that's the thing about doing the stereo mix. I can't listen to where the stream is. And there's no visual. Do 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 do. Alright, it should be good.
Wow, I just got a message.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry.
World.
I need to get used to muting people the second they come in. Continue.
Stupid.
Hi, Silver. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Hey, get what I just did there? Gold.
Shut up, Dan.
So, where are you calling from?
Kansas.
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 Nice. Kansas, I like it. Well, do you have a question for one and/or
Yeah.
all of us?
It's for almost all of you, but I've asked it to a few of you already.
All right.
If you were stranded on a desert island with your best friend and you had to turn to cannibalism, would you eat your best friend or would your best friend eat you?
Depends who's the friend there, because if it's Jordan, then he's eating day one. He's gone, first hour,
It
dead.
just reminds me of that time. I can't remember what it was. One of the Simpsons episodes when Homer just like resorts to cannibalism within the first 5 minutes.
I would say I would be everybody's friend and I would let them all eat me. I'd
Wow.
last longer.
Taking one for the team.
There you go.
Yeah, that is
I
quite
just-
honorable.
That was selfless of me in this hypothetical scenario that'll never happen. I was very selfless. Unless somebody has a more creative answer.
Nope.
Oh, we shot that down one really quick. You have another question?
Well, Morgan asked my other question. What's your guys' favorite way to cook?
I don't cook.
Um,
I can't cook.
What's our favorite thing? What's your favorite way to cook? What
favorite way to cook?
way to cook?
Microwave.
Yeah, microwave is the predominant way. I cook.
Microwave or toaster or someone else doing it.
Restaurant cooking.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I enjoy like stovetop cooking where I'm using
I
like,
like
a skillet and
grills.
stuff. I enjoy that more than using the microwave, but you know the way I mainly use is I'm sure all of us use is the microwave. What a
I
fantastic
like
invention!
grills. Probably taste a charcoal grill makes any kind of steak taste amazing.
What about propane and propane
No.
accessories?
I have a problem with propane and propane accessories.
You also have a problem with werewolves. Is there a connection there?
Huh?
Is there a connection with your
What if
problem
you
with
could
werewolves
grill
and
a
propane?
werewolf on a
If I grilled
propane grill?
Yeah, would you use propane to kill a werewolf?
To grill it and then eat it. What if you ate him? Would your fear be gone? You just showed him who the alpha is. You ate
That would
him.
taste disgusting.
What if you had a werewolf on a desert island and a propane tank and it was you or him?
Wow.
I don't know how I'd kill him. He has big, sharp claws and teeth, and I have.
You throw the propane tank at him and then shoot it, and
How about I
video
open up
game
there?
logic.
I knock him out with the propane tank. I shove it in his mouth and turn it on, so it fills him up with propane. Then I light the match and boom.
where'd you get a match from?
How else am I supposed to?
It
light
came
the
with the propane tank.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. There was a propane accessory?
yeah. There's propane.
How does that solve your hunger issue? Because then you're just gonna have exploded werewolf
It
everywhere.
would do all the cutting for me. I could just gather it up and.
That would be
That'd
obliterated.
be a blender.
Yeah, right.
I
be
just have to go around
obliterated.
gathering everything up.
I don't know if that would work, Coots. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe you said that. You're sick. Alrighty Alrighty, Silver. Well, thank you for answering pretty concise questions. You did good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You said
Alright.
answering questions.
Hmm?
You said you thanked her for answering questions.
I said asking.
Sound like answering.
I don't know what he said.
Sound
I
like
wasn't
the
paying
Avengers.
attention.
Oh, cast you out.
Jordan,
Huh.
it's trivia time.
Oh man.
That was a
It's
good
trivia
caller.
time.
That was a good caller.
It was.
I liked it.
While we have a break.
It's trivia time. What's trivia time?
This is just for Jordan,
All
who
right.
challenged me on my snowfall thing. Guess how much on average Denver gets in the winter for snow.
Why should be more?
2 feet.
61.8 inches.
Oh, that's quite a bit. Of inches.
Now guess what Seattle gets on an average winter?
12 inches.
8. 8 inches of snow on average.
Should we do a serious time with Seamus right now?
That's stealing James's spotlight. I can't do that.
James has done a serious time forever.
8 inches. Just so much snow falls in the northwest over there.
How about you look up in the mountains of Washington?
I'm sure it's a lot. I didn't
also
dispute that.
in the northwest.
I didn't dispute that.
That was my point.
It's also in the mountains. Why would I live in a mountain?
Because
When we went through that mountain town, I was saying how I could never live there because it was on a giant hill / mountain. I wouldn't want to be disconnected. Or I would feel disconnected,
yes, you would.
which would be poopy. Who would want to do that?
Pussy.
Well, James. I guess people who want to do that would want to do that.
Who would want to do that?
But
Well, I
me.
guess the people who would want to do that would want to do that.
Me.
That's like Coots' remember
That's like my
dream
remember
thing.
yeah.
It was like such an obvious reply to that.
Okay, I think we should wrap it up.
Wrap
We
it
had like
up.
4 callers.
It's been 2 hours.
We had 4 or 5.
But this is the first full creature talk we've had.
We probably should do another call, Coots.
Okay, well, let's do another.
Quit
call.
being
So we don't
selfish.
end on trivia time with Seamus.
We're gonna do one more caller. Who's the lucky caller, Z?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Very
Alrighty, I'll go.
technical way of...
Cosmonaut, come on down! You're the next contestant on Creature Talk.
Oh my god. Mini
He's
heart
surprised.
You gotta like go crazy like they do on Price is Right. Just be like, ah, Bob, I love you.
Cosmonaut.
attack. Oh my god,
True,
Bob.
true. Well, thank you for
Where are
joining
you
us.
calling from,
on this
Cosmonaut?
Nice NPR,
Oh no.
We're talking in the NPR voices.
Mr. Cosmonaut.
Dan, I can't.
I know you can't hear me that well. Mr. Cosmonaut, welcome to Critter Chat here on NPR. And where you calling from?
Well, Dan Delicious, I'm calling from California.
Okay, well, you know what? Before anyone does anything else, I would just like to remind you that we are having our 12th annual Stitchathon coming at the Denver Fairgrounds this week, and they're just going to have a hoot of a time down there with their stitching patterns and crocheting. Dan, are you going to be attending this year?
It'll be crochet-erific, and I will. As always, I'm a sponsor and a host there.
Oh, well, that's just fantastic, Dan Delicious. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to all the crochet-o-nauts out there
Oh.
and their sponsorship of the event. It really drove it, so now we can have those crochet-themed hats for all the participants of the event.
I just can't wait to see the hand-knitted cat mittens.
They're just adorable, aren't they, Dan?
They are. All right.
You just see them on
That's
your
so
hand.
wonderful.
I don't appreciate being mocked, so
I would also appreciate it if you
if
wouldn't
you
mock
could
us,
just
Mr. Cosmonaut21.
back off there, Mr. Attitude. Just
I don't know what to say. It just
do you have a question, Cosmonaut?
Yeah, I have 2. And one's for Kutra, and then one's for James. Well, actually, the other one's for Seamus. I'll change it.
Fuck you, James.
What are you playing over there anyway?
Nothing.
So, start one with Seamus. Do you have any stories from Target?
Which ones? There's quite a few of them.
You know what?
You should do a series on YouTube called Stories from Target.
He does it in his
should.
Mario.
Yeah, I do it in the Mario
yeah.
stuff usually. That's where...
Now, Seamus, did you work at a super Target or regular Target?
I know I've never come out and publicly said this, but it was just a regular Target. It was a regular one.
Anyway.
Did you know that Greatland Targets exist? I'm sure I told you that.
Yeah, we
It was their
discussed
like
that.
halfway attempt at a super Target, and then they just decommissioned them. They just went super Target. I don't understand that.
Super Target.
There were a couple times where like old women would hit on me, and it wouldn't be fun because
This was like the first story we'd heard, how he they drop stuff on purpose and make him bend over and pick
they'd
it
be
up.
like,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
my back's kind of out of whack. Can you pick that up for me? And of course, I would have to bend over. I would try to position myself, but it seemed like they had scouts set up in the aisle, so no matter which way I bent over, someone would see.
Oh, the little cutie's coming.
Yeah.
What, you know,
And they had like some kind of book club for old ladies, and they'd actually just go to Target and try and prey on them.
as opposed to it being almost sexual harassment, you look like you I'm sure you looked even younger when you
Yeah.
went there then. They were like pedophiles, just like...
A lot of times, I look like, I guess, different in age depending on how long my hair is.
Yeah.
It's different. People say I look younger with long hair or short hair. I guess it's just opinionated, but a lot of times people would be like, "Oh, you know, when you gonna graduate high school?" It was like, 5 years ago. I already graduated a really long time ago. So there was old ladies, and then you would get like really grumpy people who would call racism on me for the smallest thing. Yeah. They would just be like, well, you just don't want to help me because you're racist, because I'm, black or whatever. I'm like, that's not the case. You're being an asshole right now. Like, there was also a time where someone had called me over to help. They're like, come pick this up for me, boy. I was like, oh, great. This is just so respectful. It was a very fun time.
Did you do it?
I had to do it. Yeah, I did it for him. I was like, what am I going to do? No? And he's going to go to my manager, and then, there goes my paycheck. I'm going to be broke. Not that I already wasn't broke. I'm going to be even broke.
No, I don't work here.
And for those European people that didn't know what Target is, because I see you've come to me, it's just like a, what would you say, a retail...
It's like a Walmart, but it's on a smaller scale, and it's a little bit more, like, classy, I guess.
It's a
compared to
bit,
Walmart.
the prices are slightly higher.
Yeah.
Walmart's blue, Target's red.
Does anyone still shop at Kmart?
No, we actually had a Kmart that was near us, and it went out of business. It was like a Walmart, a Kmart, and a Target in sort of a triangular area.
Kmart had the blue light specials.
Well, they went out.
I thought they had gone completely out of business until like a couple of years ago. I started seeing commercials again, and they kind of did a rebranding. So
I had heard they were going out too.
I guess they either got bought out or somehow found money. Probably.
I think
just
Sears bought them.
Oh, really?
I'm
Who
pretty
goes to
sure
Sears though?
Sears is making a Walmart-like store. There's one out on I-25 now. It's
Really?
pretty much a Sears. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a Sears Ultimate or something like that.
Ew.
And it's just a Walmart.
That sounds like a haircut. Yes,
I-
I'd like a Sears Ultimate, please.
Can I get? Yeah, that'll be $19.95, sir.
When I think of Sears, I think of air conditioners.
I think of washing machines,
Yeah, I think of like
appliances.
just yeah.
That's
general
all I think. And
appliances.
lawnmowers, because that's what was at the Sears that was close to us.
It's like a half, like Home Depot, a quarter Walmart, and I don't know, 25% bullshit. I don't know.
25.
Like, all I saw when I was growing up was just like air conditioner commercials for it. But yeah. So next question to, I guess it was Coots.
Yeah, whatever got you into archery?
I think I was actually telling Dan this the other day, but when I first watched Lord
I
of the
forgot.
Rings.
Tell me again.
Huh?
I said I forgot. Tell me again.
I was saying when I first watched Lord of the Rings back in 2000, I think it was, or whenever the extended cuts of those came out on DVD.
2000?
don't
The
think
first
it
one
came-
came out in 2003.
2003 then.
He was kind
Well,
of
back
gross.
there in 2000 when Coots was, 8 years old, and
Were you even 8 in 2000?
I think it would have been 9.
Oh, okay.
they would have been filming then, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. I can't remember when they started filming. Either 2000, 2001.
Either way, when I watched those, I saw my dad had been into archery. He didn't do it a whole lot, but he had a bow. And after I'd seen Lord of the Rings, I was like, oh hey, I want to do that.
Well,
And,
son.
it went from there, and it kind of built up into competitions, and I don't know what happened. I just
You got lazy.
I might have gotten lazy. I think right at the end of it was when I started the YouTube thing, so I did kind of get lazy. That and golf kind of took over because I started working on a golf course.
You
When was
got
the last time you
focused
went
on
golfing?
cats.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we